Hey guys, Lizzie here for Brick's Blanket Part 3. I almost said Part 2, but I was going to hold up 3 fingers. Caught myself though. um, Hopefully today's the last day. I have the 2 Mallard wood balls left. Is Mallard wood, isn't it? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Mallard wood. So it takes me 2.5 hours for each ball. It's almost 2 p.m. So, but that means I should finish around 7-ish. Well, although I'm going to take breaks in between and I'm going to eat and stuff. So it'll probably be closer to 9 when I finish, but whatever. I should finish, basically. But my mom was watching Demolition Man downstairs with Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock. I don't remember what made me think of the movie yesterday, but I brought it up and my mom could not remember it, no matter how much I told her about it. And I love the movie, so I'm going to go join her and watch it while I crochet. So, yay! Hopefully the perspective from down there isn't horrible. If it is, sucks for you guys, but I'm literally doing the exact same thing I've done in parts 1 and 2, so you're really not missing much. And this is the last video for this particular blanket because I finished it. What? I went downstairs for this one and I was crocheting it there because my mom and I were talking and watching movies and it was great. This first one was Demolition Man. I think I actually said that at the beginning of the video. So now I'm repeating myself. But I don't remember how I got on the subject of it, but I was talking about that movie. It was something that reminded me of it. And every time I talked about it, my mom just looked at me like I was friggin' insane. So we were watching it, and when it ended, my mom was like, I've never seen that movie. And I was just like, what? What? I love Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock in that movie. Like, it's spectacular. And she's just like, yeah, I've never seen it before. But she liked it, so that's what counts. That's what's good. Now I'm just hoping that I never made a joke about 3 seashells in front of her because, like, although no one would really get it because we don't know, there's no way at all she would have any inkling of what I'm talking about because she hasn't seen it to get it. But, yeah, it was so good. And then, I was watching the end of Legends of Tomorrow. So I am all caught up on Netflix with the DC Comics shows. So I've seen Arrow, I've seen Flash, I've seen Supergirl, and I've seen Legends of Tomorrow. When I first started watching each of them, I loved Arrow because I got almost 2 seasons of it before anything else. I loved it. Felicity is my favorite character from Arrow. I love her. And then when I started watching Flash, I was like, oh my god, I love Flash. Like, Barry Allen is so freaking dorky and smart and cute, and he's just perfect. And I know Iris West in the comics is a white redhead, but the girl that they chose for this part is so drop dead gorgeous. Oh my god, like, I am straight, but I've got a crush on this woman. Like, I'm sorry, she's that freaking beautiful. And she's just so awesome on the show. I love her. But, Barry is my favorite. I love Barry. So, that one's good. The title character is my favorite. And then, did Supergirl come next? It might have come next. Yeah. And I love Supergirl. She's spectacular. And then, of course, Tyler Hoechlin as Superman. I love Teen Wolf, and Derek Hill is my second favorite character on the show. I don't care if he's not on it anymore. He's still my second favorite. So every time he pops in on an episode, I'm like, oh my god, it's Derek! And then Legends of Tomorrow. Oh, that one's tough. Honestly, I'm not sure who my favorite is. I love Rip. Rip is hilarious. But, and now I'm blanking on his name. The guy that plays with fire. He's great. He's hilarious. I adore him. But out of those 4 shows, I think, I really like Supergirl, actually. I really like it. I didn't think I would because I'm not a big fan of Superman and Batman. The 2 of them are just so overpowered or, super intelligent with a shit ton of money. And I I don't find them as exciting as the other characters who have, you know, like a lot of faults. So I was expecting, you know, like, oh, Supergirl's gonna be really boring to me, but no! I love Kara. She's so adorable. And that actress, I loved her on Glee. So I just, oh. And then her sister, I love Lexi from Grey's Anatomy. I mean, she and Sloane were my favorite characters after my poor baby. He was hit by a bus, and oh no, I don't like talking about Georgie baby. I miss Georgie too much. But so seeing Lexi back, I was like, oh my gosh, like Supergirl makes me so excited because there's so many actors that I recognize from other shows, and then I love them on this one. They blow my mind. I mean, I those shows are really good, and as someone who generally prefers Marvel, that's really, really good to me that I love those shows so much. So, like, hats off to the CW. I mean, they're doing spectacular with Supernatural. Okay, they were. I have hated the most recent season because of someone they brought back, and I hate her. I can't stand her. I used to love her, and now I hate her. So if you're watching Supernatural, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. She's so horrible. She's a horrible human being, and I hate her. Whew. Okay, anyways, moving on. I've been ranting about this for 5 minutes. We left off on the MBTI, so 38. Is there a talent or skill you've always secretly wanted? Secretly wanted? Because, I mean, I've always told people it'd be awesome to talk to animals. I mean, I guess that's not really a talent or skill that I could get. So if we're being realistic, a talent or skill, an easier time telling people no, or just like, you know, being not as nice as I normally am to people. I forgive quite easily, and I know that that's not always a good thing. Like, sometimes that's great, and more people do need to be able to, you know, accept other people's apologies. But there are some people who I've just forgiven over and over and over and over again, and it's taxing. Like, if you're just gonna keep disappointing me, I need to tell you off, you know? Like, I have a hard time with that because I get really attached and I'm really loyal, so I don't like to turn people away and just be like, yeah, no, we're never going to talk again. You know, I don't enjoy doing that. So that would be a skill I would like to have. 39. Under what circumstances do you tend to feel shy? Meeting somebody, like, you know, who I get along really well with, that, you know, like, I basically consider them a best friend. I get shy when I meet someone that they also call, you know, like, their other best friend. Because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, are they going to hate me? Because if my best friend and her best friend don't like me, or, you know, like, if my best friend's best friend doesn't like me, that's going to be so awkward. But in my experience so far, I've always gotten along with my friends' friends. But I'm always, you know, worried that I won't. And then it's like, oh my God, is this going to ruin our friendship? Like, oh no. I get shy in front of large groups of people. Like, if I can talk to someone one-on-one, even if there's a group around, that's fine. But if I'm talking to a big group of people, you know, like, we're all in a big circle, and I'm not, like, really good friends with everyone, I'll feel shy. You know, I'll be like, oh my gosh, everybody's staring at me. What do I say? Am I being graded on this? Hey, Tess. You coming back over to say hi? Meow. Pretty baby. 40. Where would you live if you had no ties to any specific place? Dude, Atlantis. I would totally love to live in Atlantis. Right, Tess? You could join me. You could be a mare kitty. She's looking at me like, the hell are you talking about, Lizzie? You cray-cray. No, England. I always say England. I love the weather. I love the accent. I love the people. I love the basic environment of the place. Everybody there, every time we visited, they've always been so kind and welcoming. I mean, that's pretty much true for, like, everywhere outside of the US. No, well, the current generation in Japan are definitely very welcoming. It's the older generation that they hate outsiders. So eventually that will change and they won't be here anymore. So it'll be a very welcoming environment all over. But Europe is spectacular. But if I had to go there, I won't have to learn a new language if I go to England. You know, I can still speak English. We'll have, you know, a couple accent problems, but overall, I'll understand what people are saying. 41. Which good cause is closest to your heart? Honestly, anyone that raises money to fund cancer research. I've had several family members die from cancer, and I have an aunt who earlier this year was diagnosed with brain cancer. And I don't know if I ever talked to you guys about my Uncle Bruce or not. It was, gosh, what was it, 2 years ago? He had stage 4 esophagus cancer. And he actually went to remission, but then it spread to his brain, and that killed him. And he was my dad's older brother. And now my Aunt Wendy had lung cancer, and it has spread to her brain. And she is my mom's older sister. They're is it half sibling? They have the same dad, but they have a different mom. Is that half sibling, right? But I mean, that still means that, you know, obviously we're related by blood, not by marriage. And my mom's dad had, God, what was it, like stage 4 pancreatic cancer? It was in his stomach. You know, it killed him. It was not good. Thankfully, I didn't have to see that at all because I was like 3 months old when he passed away. I mean, I wish I could have seen him. You know, I wish I could have met him because I've heard spectacular things about my grandpa. Like, oh my gosh, dude sounded amazing. But I have seen enough people wither away that it's so hard to deal with. Like, cancer is horrible. Oh my goodness, it's horrible. It's so bad, you guys. I'm sure, like, everybody out there already knows this, but, like, it's so bad. And it's, 42. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? I mean, I know I joke about it, and I laugh when my coworkers joke about it, and my friends, everybody. Sometimes it really upsets me when people make fun of how pale I am. Like, I can't control it, alright? I'm not gonna go get a fake tan because, honestly, every single person I've ever met who's gotten a fake tan doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It's not natural. It doesn't match you. It looks so fucking weird. And most people come out of it looking kind of orange, and that's really gross. And I don't tan for real. When I go out, I get a sunburn, and I'll have that burn for like a week, and then I'll be tan for 2 days, and then I'll go back to being as pale as I am. And it's not worth that pain for me to be, you know, like 2 shades darker, or maybe even just 1, or maybe half of 1. I don't know. I don't get very dark, basically. But, so it'd be nice if I was a little bit darker so people could just shut the heck up about it for once and, you know, let me be me. But at the same time, I have so many freckles, and I love freckles, and you can't see them as easily on someone who's darker skinned than you can as someone who's really pale. So I do like that. If I could change one thing, honestly, I'd like to be maybe 2 inches taller. I can go with that. I don't feel like that will inherently change me as a person, because most people already tell me I have the confidence of someone who's like much taller than me. So that's nice, because I have met short people with short people complexes. And I don't mean like, I do not know the proper term for this. Is the proper term short people now? Somebody who is like stunted from growing further. I am sounding so prejudiced right now. I apologize. I don't want to say like midget or dwarf because those sound so demeaning. I don't know what the proper term is anymore. Is it short people? I mean, my grandma, you guys, barely even comes up to my boob. Boobs. I have two. My boob? What? I was gonna say my armpit. And then I was like, well, no, barely my boobs. My grandma is very short, basically. And she talks very, very loud. And she often says things like, you may not be able to see me, but you can surely hear me. She has a short person complex. Like, I have a middle child complex. My sister was born first. Then there's me, another girl, and then my younger brother, who's the baby. And, like, I very much have a middle child complex. It's every time I tell coworkers, like, yeah, I'm a middle child, they're like, oh, that explains so much. So, like, I get it. There are some things you can't control, so you get a complex about it, and you have to learn to deal with it, but you point it out a lot, and I do that. So, I get it. I would not change being a middle child, though. I've met a lot of people who've told me that the sibling they get along best with, unless they're the middle child, the one they get along best with is the middle sibling. So, they're like the go-between or something. I don't know. They have an easier time getting along with both parties. I'm not sure. I have met people who are like, oh no, my middle sibling is like a piece of crap. So obviously that happens. Duh. But most of the ones I've met, as they get older, they say they get along better with the middle child. So I'm content with this. But yeah, no, I'd be happy just being a little bit taller, just because I'm really short, and obviously media is like, oh yeah, women who are almost 6 feet tall are just so sexy and they're models. But then you hear the opposite. You hear from them, like, I have a hard time finding boyfriends because most guys don't want to date a girl that's taller than them. So honestly, being 5'2" right now, like 95% of the guys I meet are taller than me. And I like when guys are taller than me. So I don't know. You guys. It'd be nice to have better eyesight, so maybe I'll get rid of my glasses and everyone can see my beautiful blue eyes. I don't know. I'm not good at this, you guys. I'm sorry. 43. If you could change one thing about your past, what would it be? I have done this so many times, you guys. It's never going to happen, so who cares? Moving on. 44. Do you have any secret untapped passions? I mean, obviously, I'm thoroughly tapped with crocheting. That didn't sound as like perverted as it did in my head when it came out. That's weird. Usually I say things on accident and then it sounds really dirty, and that's hilarious. But that was trying to be dirty and it didn't work. Like, whatever. I'm kind of tired, I'm just saying. But untapped passions. I don't know. Because there was a while when I loved drawing, so I drew a lot, and I loved being on Photoshop. I did that for a while. I don't know. I'm sure I'll have one in the future that, will come up and it'll be spectacular, but for right now, everything I've wanted to do and try, I have. So, yeah, I don't know. 45. When's the last time you really indulged, and for what occasion? Indulged for what occasion? I mean, I had a lot of pizza the last few days because my parents and my little brother all went to New Jersey for my dad's 30th high school reunion. So I've been eating a lot of pizza. I've been indulging in that pizza hunger. Like, so much pizza, you guys. So much pizza. Look at how big that blanket is. Oh my goodness. Sorry. 46. What age do you hope to live to? I mean, I would like to at least make it to 65, but there's so many times, like in the media, oh, she was only 50, we lost her too soon. What? She was 50. You didn't lose her too soon, because you could have lost her at 5. That would have been too soon. She got to live her life. That wasn't too soon. So I would like to make it, to older, to like senior status. But if I don't, I've seen so much, you guys. I've done so much. I've met so many people, and I've done so many things that make me happy that I think ultimately my life was a good one, no matter what happens. So yeah. 47. What's the most disturbing thought you've ever had? I don't know if I've ever talked about this in one of my videos or not. Or it could have just been with a friend. I don't think I've seen the movie. I saw a review on it. It was one starring Christopher Walken, and I guess he played like the main character's love interest's brother, something like that. And he's driving, you know, the main guy, Christopher Walken, is driving the main character, and it's late, and he's just talking about how, you know, like sometimes he thinks about driving off the road and killing himself. And I don't remember it completely, but for me, it's not like a suicidal thing. Like, I don't want to die. I don't want to kill myself. I don't like pain. So, and then obviously there's always the chance that even if you do drive yourself off the road, you could live through that. You could be in a lot of pain. You could lose limbs. You could lose your ability to talk. It could be bad. But there are times when my thoughts will just kind of wander off, and, you know, I'll be driving like normal, going the same route I always go. But there are some times where, like, in my thoughts, like, I ram into somebody else, I get killed, or I kill someone, and it's just like, oh my god, that's so disturbing. Like, I could never do that. Like, I would have to be under the influence or something in order for that to happen, because I would never do that on purpose. You know, I'd never do it intentionally. But sometimes my mind just goes that way, and I don't get it. I hope that it's not, like, completely, like, super unhealthy or anything, because I mean, it doesn't happen that often, but it does happen every once in a while, and I'm just like, oh my god, why did I have that thought? I don't want to die. I don't want to kill someone else. So why? I don't know. 48. If reincarnation, I need to yawn. If reincarnation was definitely a thing, what form would you want to take on in your next life? I'd love to be a bald eagle, because they're protected, so no one's gonna kill me, and I'm gonna be able to fly. Or a regular old house cat in a nice home like mine. I'd love it. Because I don't know if I'd want to be a human again so soon, because it's so tough, you guys. Like, taxes and work and work and work and money and all this can be so difficult. So, you know, having a new life that would just be sleeping and eating could be really nice. Huh, baby? Huh? You not gonna meow at me? So, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. 49. Which famous person, dead or alive, would you most like to know? I'm madly in love with Patrick Swayze. I have been since, like, the first time I saw Dirty Dancing as, like, a little girl. And from what I you know, read and understand and everything, he was a great person. So I'd love to meet someone that was just honestly multi-talented. That man could act, he could sing, he could dance, he was spectacular, and he was really kind. What was it? He passed away from cancer, but I could be remembering wrong, because he did pass away a long time ago. But I think he was helping to, you know, like, raise money for different organizations, and he would be spectacular to meet. I know there was a lot of controversy with him, but meeting Michael Jackson would be spectacular. I mean, honestly, just listen to the song Black or White. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're black or you're white. That man had so much love for the world, and you know, man in the mirror. You know, if you want to change stuff, you've got to change yourself first. He had so many songs that were just real and honest, and I think more people need to listen to them and learn them and understand them, and not necessarily mold their life around them, but, you know, like, change themselves for the better because of it. So that'd be really nice. Yeah, I'd really like to learn from either of them, because obviously Michael Jackson could sing and dance, and I didn't get to see the full movie, but he was the Scarecrow in The Wiz, and I got to see to the point where he and Oh my God. What's her name? Dorothy. Was her name Dorothy in that movie though? Ooh, I could be wrong. But no, when they're skipping down the street and they're singing together, and I mean Michael Jackson was spectacular there. So, and you know, and then if you watch the movie, excuse me, the music video for Thriller, dude is spectacular. He was amazing. So he was multi-talented as well. And it just, you know, it'd be really cool to meet people that are that passionate. Would be really awesome. 50. What's the most memorable thing that's ever happened to you? Up until you met me, of course. What? Okay, the most memorable thing that's ever happened to me. Ooh. Wow, that's tough. Like, crap. I hate questions like this. It's so hard for me because I've done so many things in my life that are memorable. I mean, I've been to the Great Wall of China. I've been to the Great Barrier Reef. I've been to the Tokyo Tower. I've been to the museum, you know, the site dedicated to Hiroshima. I've been to friggin' what's it called? The SS Missouri? Is that the ship? Well, the main thing I remember it for was Cher did a music video on the boat. Like, that's so cool, you guys. I love Cher, so what? I was the stage manager for Sweeney Todd play. I went to Hinterbrand, Germany. I went to Operation Purple with a bunch of other military brats. There's so much that it's just so amazing. I went to space camp we were stationed in Spain. We went in Germany, I think. And I went to nature camp, which was in England. That was also when we were stationed in Spain. I went to a bullfight in Portugal. I went to a bullfight in Spain, which, although they can be really sad to watch, it's still an amazing thing to see. Like, I could never be so brave as to go in front of a bull. Like, whether I have weapons to defend myself or not, I could never do that. Like, that would be terrifying. No thank you. But, oh my gosh, you guys. I've been to Stonehenge. I've been to Big Ben. I've seen so much. I've been to Liechtenstein. I've been to so much. I've been to Disney in California, in Tokyo, in Paris. My life has been amazing, you guys. And I apologize if this sounded like I was bragging. I wasn't meaning to brag. I was just trying to point out, like, all of the amazing things that I've done, and I wasn't trying to focus on one particular location. Like, I don't want everybody to be like, oh yeah, Liz obviously cares more about England than anywhere else. I've been to Slovakia, I've been to Slovenia, I've been a lot of places. And it has been amazing. And it's insane how much I've done, and I'm only 25 years old. Like, there are people 4 times my age who have never left the state that they were born in. Like, it blows my mind. It's insane. Okay, so that is the last of that one. Now excuse me. 31. Is it this one? 50 questions to get to know someone? Or is that the one I just did? I don't know. What's your favorite questions? Asking someone about their favorite blank is a great way to get to know them better and learn about their preferences and opinions. These questions are good for when you are first meeting someone and are easy to incorporate as part of introductions in a larger group. And are easy to incorporate as a part of introductions in a larger group, such as asking each person to say their name, role, and favorite food as a child. Number 1, what was your favorite food when you were a child? Corn on the cob. I freaking loved it. I still do. It's not my favorite anymore, but that was my favorite growing up. And people are always so surprised when I say that the people in my family love vegetables, but, like, a vegetable was my favorite food growing up. Obviously, I still like vegetables now. 2, what's the number 1 most played song on your iPod? My iPod died a while ago. Let me open iTunes and see the one that's been played the most. But it won't reflect reality, unfortunately, because I play all my music on a flash drive in my car now, so that's where I hear it the most. So I don't listen to it on iTunes as much as I used to. Oops. Okay, never mind, because this the new laptop doesn't have iTunes on it, so I won't have any songs on there that I've played. So the one I listen to the most lately is Bad Moon Rising by Morning Ritual. Morning as in like crying morning, Mourning. I love that song so much, you guys. That song is spectacular. I've been listening to it since I saw what is it? 3B of Teen Wolf. Oh my god. Woo! Void Styles is the most amazing thing. Holy crap. 3. What is one of your favorite quotes? The one I used as my senior quote. My senior quote in my high school yearbook was to the world you may just be someone, but to someone you may just be the world. And I really like that because yeah, it shows maybe to the majority of people you're irrelevant. You know, they don't know you. You're just another person walking by. But to someone out there, you mean so much. And meaning, you know, the world to one person can be so much more than meaning a lot to a lot of people. Because it's just, you know, it's hard to get to know someone really well if they're super famous. Because, you know, you always have the paparazzi and other people around, so it can be really difficult. And I think it's really important for everyone to feel loved, whether it's by a gajillion people or just by one. It's really important. 4, what's your favorite indoor/outdoor activity? Indoor, cross-stitching. Outdoor has got to be badminton. Hands down. I love badminton so much. Oh my god. 5, what chore do you absolutely hate doing? I'm not really big on sweeping just because the vacuum is so much better at it and it's also faster. But mostly it's better because the broom, although, you know, you have all these bristles, stuff still goes through it. And then even when you're sweeping it up, some dust particles are so friggin' tiny that instead of going up into the dustpan, they go under it and you can never pick them up and it drives me nuts. But I don't hate sweeping. I don't hate it. For the most part, I actually like cleaning. I hate doing other people's dishes when it's been more than like 2 minutes since they finished eating. If I'm doing my dishes and you bring your dishes over right when you're done eating, I will do them for you. That does not bother me at all. But if you ate like, you know, spaghetti with meatballs 2 hours ago and you just left your plate in the sink and that stuff, the sauce has caked onto your plate, that is so disgusting to me. I hate doing that. Like, no. That is so gross. You need to clean your own crap out. I don't do it anymore because but when I'm showering, if I ever have any hairs fall out and I catch them, I swirl them up and I put them on the wall of the shower until I get done, I get dried out and I change and I get it, you know, I grab a small piece of paper and I just grab the wad and I throw it away. And it's usually a small wad, by the way. My hair is really, really thin and I brush it before I get in the shower, so there aren't a lot of knots, so I don't get a lot of hair pulled out. But before I started doing that, I didn't realize that the hairs were gonna, you know, come together and clog in the drain. There was one day my dad pulled out this, like, just golf ball sized wad of hair from the drain. And as soon as I saw it, I almost puked. Like, that is so gross to me. I hate, oh, it's so gross. I can't handle it. No. I couldn't do it. I can't. That is, ugh. 6, what is your favorite form of exercise? Like Zumba, you know, some kind of like dancing, because it's really fun, but you are getting a workout. I love it. It was, when I took that Zumba class my final year of college, freaking loved it. Wish I could have taken that every semester. 7, what is your favorite time of day / day of the week / month of the year? My favorite time of day is early in the morning. Like, 8 or 9 a.m. You know, the sun isn't high in the sky burning everyone to death. And, you know, but I do still have sunlight and I still have the full day ahead of me. So it's great. My favorite day of the week, honestly, anymore, it doesn't matter at all because I work whenever they need me to. I don't have, you know, like Saturday and Sunday off. It's, oh, hey, today is what, Thursday? What is today? Today's Monday. I'm so behind, you guys. Today's Monday. I know that because I closed yesterday at 7 o'clock on Sunday. I'm an idiot. But I have today off. And, you know, before I hated Mondays because it was, oh, I had a 3-day weekend and now I'm back to school. But anymore, I guess I'll go with Sunday, honestly, because I get out of work at 7:30 at the latest. So, my favorite month of the year is December. I was born in December, and then you have Christmas, so December's awesome. Also, in certain parts of the world, you get snow, and I love snow so much. 8. What's your least favorite mode of transportation? Boat. Although there are more car accidents than anything else, I do get a little seasick, and oof, I'm not big on it. But I mean, I get car sick, I get seasick, I get air sick. So, like, I just get motion sickness in general. But I drive a car almost every day, so, you know, I've learned to deal with it. I'm cool with it. I've been on so many planes that, yeah, it's like second nature for me now. I've been on so many trains that, yeah, second nature for me now. Especially after you've been on the bullet train in Japan. That thing goes so fast, it's kind of scary. But boats, I'm not big on. I don't think I ever will be. Because the first boat ride that I really remember was going out to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. And when we were starting to slow down, we just kept hitting all of these waves. I puked all over myself. I couldn't hold it in, and it just came right up. I didn't have a chance to, like, lean over or anything. It just went all over my, was it my right leg? Might have been a little bit on my left. I got some on my shirt, and I remember it was my Air Force shirt and my black shorts. I mean, we got in the water right after that, so, you know, I was able to wash it all off, but dude, I puked on myself. That's so gross. I puked on myself in the car, though, so I just can't wait. 9. What is your favorite body part? Body part. Do eyes count? Or is this asking, like, arms, legs, torso, neck? Like, is it asking for, like, generic, big, noticeable body parts? Like, in the opposite sex, I really like guys with nice arms. Like, I don't want twigs, and I don't want tree trunks, but if they're nice and they're, like, muscular, like, that's so sexy to me. Like, big shoulders, But eyes, dude. If you have beautiful eyes, I don't care what sex you are. You have beautiful eyes, I will stare into your eyes. It'll be creepy for you, but I will be happy because you have beautiful eyes, and I'm getting to just stare at them. Like, I'm so creepy, you guys. I'm so sorry. 10. What sound do you love? I love hearing Tessa meow. She's the cutest little thing ever. I love her so much. And here you get to see how big the blanket came out. I'm really happy with it. It is so big. And the Bernat blanket yarn is just so soft. And I love this Bricks blanket design. I've done it like 3 times now. So, you know, if you guys are just starting, it is fun and it's easy. And it's just, I love it. I love it. And that is the end of Bricks Blanket Part 3. I forgot to do an outro because as soon as I finished the blanket, Legends of Tomorrow ended, and my mom and I watched Maleficent, and I forgot to come upstairs and do an outro because I went to bed. Because I had work the next day. Oops. But I got 5 hours of footage, so about 2.5 hours for each ball is about what I average for this blanket, at least. I don't know about other ones, but this one, it's not bad, to be honest. So, you know, I think if you guys are starting out, this is a nice one to watch the video on, you know, to learn all the acronyms for and to do, because it's pretty simple. I mean, the hardest part is the because doing the double crochet for 3 times is easy. But when you have to reach under and pull one through, that can be confusing when you first start, because I was like, I didn't understand what the paper was saying. I was like, what? What does that mean? What? And then I watched the video that Mikey has on Your Inspirations, which you can find down below, by the way. And he shows how to do it, and it's really simple once you actually watch someone do it. So I definitely recommend this pattern. You guys should totally send Mikey some love over on Your Inspirations, because he's amazing, and he's amazing. He's amazing. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I just did the narration, so I'm going to save this, and it's going to get uploaded as soon as possible. So, do you have anything to add, Tess? She's right here. Pretty. She twitched her tail. Good enough for me. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video.